coming into camp today, you were kind of frog squatting. What that means is you were really deep on the back end, probably flat-footed, okay? Actually, you weren't too flat-footed where we figured out.
No, I was over-footed.
Okay, little deep on the back end though, and high on the front end, meaning your shoulders are higher than your hips. We talked about that arrow point where the upper and lower bodies meet. Wherever that arrow's pointed, that's where the ball is going to want to go. So if you're pointed into the ground, you're going to tend to either snap low, or else you're going to be trying to aim the arrow while you're in motion with a lot less consistent result. Okay, so also being too deep, you know as well as I do, beyond 90 degrees, those legs can't explode quickly and powerfully in the opposite direction. You've overstretched the muscles in order to be able to come back in the other direction in a real powerful kind of move. We need to fix that. All right, you were falling forward at the finish. Now, a couple things you get when you frog squat is you're real high on the front end, so you're far from the ball. That's going to leave you stiff arm trying to reach for the ball. And we'll either see that in the elbows and or in the shoulders being rounded downward because you're trying to get to the football, okay? So essentially what we need to do is to basically unbend the knees, lower the front end a little bit, kind of flatten out your shoulders to hip slope angle that we've talked about. You're a blind snapper, so you want your shoulders to hips to be pretty horizontal to the ground, okay? And then we simply need to shift your weight around so we can position those knees directly over the toes for optimum balance. That's basically what we need to do. We've made a lot of progress. Let's get you on camera and three-step you and take a look at it, see what it's looking like right now. You were falling forward at the finish because the way you were unwinding, you were trying hard to drive with the legs, but you see what happens? The legs would come out from under you. At the end, all your weight would be forward to the center of gravity. You were falling over, okay? We get you set up right. I think we can take care of that in a hurry. You ready? Okay, I'm going to pull you forward. That gets knee bend to 90 degrees or less, straightens the back, and fully extends the arms. Then I'm going to raise you up, maximizing operating room under the torso. Last thing I'm going to do is push you back into the hips towards your target till the heels touch the ground, knees are over the toes, and you're solid on your feet. You feel comfortable? Feel like you got plenty of arm extension? Yes. Okay, lift the ball up. I want to make sure you're balanced. Okay, set it down, give it a good hard throw. How's that feel? Really solid on the feet. Now, when you set up perfectly, everything's going to go where it should. In other words, you'll travel down the spine through the hips towards your target, up from the legs into the hips towards your target. Those energies will converge in an arrow point and combine and be channeled straight towards your punter. That's what we're looking for, okay? Let's do that one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get your balance just right. Throw it hard. You're still a tiny bit frog squatting on me. I'll show you how to adjust this time without the three-step and then just try to get you just right. So coming in, you were low on the back end, high on the front end, far from the ball. We unbent the legs, lowered the front a little bit, probably could move the ball a little further out in the process, and then we just got your knees right over your toes for optimum balance. Getting a little hunkered down there. You ready? Okay, go ahead and set it up. That right there was perfect. And where'd the ball go? A perfect setup will lead to a perfect snap every time. We want you horizontal shoulders. Let's do one more out here. That was outstanding. Hope it felt good.
Yes, sir.
Now, the only other thing you could afford to do, once we've got you set right, you're going to be able to throw harder and harder without any loss of control because everything's set up to go where it should. Let's do that one more time. Let's get you a little more aggressive. All afternoon and all day tomorrow, Evan, I want you working on being a more aggressive snapper. You tend to like to get too forward. Your knees are ahead of your toes, so I got to shove that weight back in the hips, get you balanced. What a difference, huh? Solid on the feet, perfect balance, things are coming together. Take that snap and try to get more and more aggressive through power drills and other things we do. That's looking really good. You got any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's say, Evan, don't frog squat on me. We got the knees over toes. Don't get too weight forward either, okay? Feel comfortable?
Yes,
Looking solid. Don't frog squat. Keep it level. Give it a good hard throw. Excellent. Good job. Okay? Got you bounced. Don't get too weight forward. Knees over toes, okay? There it is. That's the Evan Ford.